I used to believe in an argument. Go walk outside and you'll find no evidence of an American Civil War happening. But recently I've seen some evidence that might prove otherwise. The thing that got me is someone mentioned to me, go find a picture of Paris before the French Revolution. Go find a picture of Berlin before the Nazis took over. Probably didn't look like there was going to be anything going on there either. Recently, because there are people who don't feel like spending $60 billion being sent to a corrupt country that's had no significant gains in a war recently, because if you don't support that, you're a Russian asset. That's what some people are going to call you. And I think that's ridiculous. Sorry, I'm sick. Anyways, there is a possibility of an American Civil War going on. And I think that the entire population, just about most of the population of the U.S., is facing some sort of mental illness right now. Have you walked outside and said hello to somebody and they don't even acknowledge you? That's going around lately. And it wasn't like that before COVID. I feel like that's something very recent. And if you're in a major city, it's like absolutely horrible. Like, people just have this angry look on their face, like they are fed up with living. They hate everybody around them. It's kind of looking like that Mouse Utopia experiment where all the mice went fucking crazy and went extinct. Yeah. So we could be on the verge of a civil war. I'm not sure what it would look like, though. That's the interesting thing. I don't really see, I'm guessing state militias, state, like your National Guards, going on to fight the federal government. That's all I can really imagine. I don't really see secessionist movements brewing anywhere. Even like here in California, we're like, oh, we're gonna but I mean, there's a lot we would lose if that were the case. Like, a lot of the economy runs on military base. Not a lot of people know this, but California is, a lot of it's desert, and it's only useful to the military. And getting all those resources pulled, that's gonna hurt a lot. So I don't think that's gonna work. All these both political parties have challenged the last two elections, and this next one, I feel like it's gonna be like that some more. You know, the whole Russia did it hoax, and then the voting ballots, there was something wrong with them. I'm not liking it. It's looking bad right now. I'm optimistic. I don't think like the war's gonna reach here. There's a lot of, I feel like where I live here in Southern California, it's a bit of an outlier down here in the Southwest. We have people who are much more friendly, much more civilized, and going up to like San Francisco and people exhibiting those behaviors I just talked about. And it looks a lot like the Mouse Utopia in San Francisco. You have a population that has grown indifferent to the crimes being committed against them. It's like they just don't care that they get stolen from. They don't care if they get mugged. They've kind of just given up on everything. They're not having children anymore. It's a very, very depressing, and it's just not a place you want to go to. You're not going to see anybody smile there. It's looking really bad. So I've got to try to find a way to, how do we fix this? How do we get people out of that mentality? Does a war kind of move people past that? I feel like during dark times, it took a great deal of carnage to kind of reset people's minds, and then happy times would come again. So maybe civil war is necessary. Who knows?